Check one, two, check one, two. Check. Check one. Check one, two. Hello, welcome to my GoMining page. Just starting up here on the live. If you have any questions, just go ahead and type them in the chat. Hello. Hello, welcome to the chat. Just going live, just starting up. If you're new to GoMining, just type your location in the chat. Love to know where you're from and any questions that you might have. Right now, you're taking a look at my dashboard. And sitting at 111 terahash of power, efficiency of 18 watts per terahash, and a discount of 7.4. Thanks so much for joining. You just let me know what you'd like me to cover, if anything. If you have any questions or you want to talk about strategy and you're a veteran of Go mining, I'd love to do that as well. So taking a look at my dashboard right now, I'm sitting at 9 miners, 111 terahash. I am running the bonus miner right now because I completed one of the tasks for the Go Mining Basics course. It gave me 4 free days of the bonus miner, which is 16 terahash of power. If you could let me know in the chat if you could hear me, that would be great. Just starting up on the live. Yeah, so these are my rewards from yesterday. You're looking at my dashboard. I'm going to convert this all to USD so you can take a look at. So my total reward was $3.86, not including the bonus miner, was 437 with the bonus miner. And then here's the electricity and maintenance costs for running the bonus miner on top and everything else right below it. Ran a discount of 7.48%. And I was able to do that because my discount just went up. And right now I'm holding over 300 Go Mining token in lock. So it's giving me 45 days of maintenance. And then my virtual wallet, I have an additional 2 days of maintenance to cover the next 2 days here. I'm trying to get this discount code, this discount percentage up to 25%. Yeah, if you're new to Go Mining, there's a link in the chat here that you can click on, and you can start an account totally for free. Go Mining gives you a 16 terahash miner. You should be able to run it for up to 3 weeks, and then on your first purchase, you'll also get an additional 5% in terahash towards your farm. So go ahead and click the link. Yeah, here's my rewards page again. Um, Clicking on USD. So you can see that I have reinvestment turned on every day. I'm taking my rewards and I'm putting them back into terahash. So I'm increasing terahash by about zero point 0.2 per day or 1 terahash every 5 days. Just clicking on the marketplace. If for whatever reason you decide you want to sell your miner, you can just put it up for sale here on the marketplace. And currently there's 4,200 miners available for sale. That's a very small fraction. It's probably 1% or less of the total amount of miners that are currently being used on the platform, which is pretty exceptional stat. Hey, good night. How you doing, Patriot? Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. And yeah, if you're new to the Go Mining, just type in your location. Love to know where you're from. Right now, I'm sitting in Fort Lauderdale, in Florida. This is where I reside, and glad I'm able to help with any questions that you might have. Yeah, 111 terahash. Yeah, it's taken me just under a year to get to 111. Started off and was basically doing a test for the first 3 months because I was totally new to the platform, and I did a very exhaustive investigation on the company before I started to put any capital into it. So I started with 1 terahash and just grew that over that 3 month period and got it over 10 terahash, turned reinvestment on, and I was able to pull out funds, my BTC funds whenever I wanted. But it's just a phenomenal platform, very, very stable, great senior management team, great board of directors, and they're building their ninth farm currently right now. Back in September, they were at 10 million terahash of power, and just in that short period of time, within 2 months, they are now at 11 million terahash of power. Right now, how much am I making per day? I'm just going to jump over to my rewards page here so you can take a look at it. Um, Right now, I'm also running the bonus miner because they gave me a task to look at some courses, and I was able to pass that and get 4 days of bonus miner for free. So my reward yesterday was $3.86, total of $4.37 with the bonus miner being run. I've had this as high as I believe in the 485 range when BTC was up around 127,000. It's dropped down significantly. It's made a correction, so I would imagine here, we could probably likely to see BTC starting to rise again and get it into that 115 to 120,000 range. But currently, yeah, I'm making roughly around $130 a week passive income just off of the miners, and that doesn't include my referral or bounty rewards. Hey, John, thanks for joining. Appreciate you guys all joining the chat. Just starting up here on the live. If you wouldn't just mind typing in where you're located, love to know what your location is. If you're new to Go Mining, there's a link at the top of the chat where you can click on it and get a free 16 terahash miner. So John, your question is, what is your method for upgrading current miner versus building a new one? So yeah, if I was to start over again, like as you can see, I'm going to show you on my dashboard. I'm sitting at 9 miners, so I was gradually adding terahash, and I was looking at the marketplace once in a while, and I would end up buying some miners on the marketplace that were slightly undervalued compared to purchasing terahash um, from Go Mining. So you'll see here's a 2 terahash miner for 20 watts per terahash. Here's another 2 terahash miner for 15 watts per terahash. So I was adding 2 terahash at a time. What I wish I did was I just focused on one particular miner, this one here, where it's got 49 terahash of power. Because the higher you grow terahash, the lower your cost is to buy terahash from Go Mining. So I didn't realize that. No one told me that, and I don't think they tell you that anywhere on the platform. But once you cross over 40 terahash of power, the cost per terahash is significantly less than starting up a new miner or adding to a miner that's only got 2 or 3 terahash of power. Hopefully that answers your question. I could have saved roughly around $2 to $3 per terahash if I had just grown the initial miner. So I won't make that mistake again. I'm basically focused on 2 miners right now. Uh, one in one is a 20 terahash miner, and the other one is a 15 terahash miner. So I'm doing my reinvestment on the 20 terahash, and I'm adding terahash to the 15. But eventually, I want to get everything at 15 watts per terahash, and it's going to take me a bit of time and capital to do that. But and then I want to be able to run the miners too at about a 25% discount. I'm only sitting at about 7% right now. So John's from California. Excellent, thanks. I appreciate you guys joining, Patriots. Appreciate you guys being on the chat. Thank you so much. And once again, if there's anyone new here in the chat, if you could just type in your location, and if you're new, you could click on my referral code up here at the top of the page. I'll get you a 16 terahash miner for free. If you have any other questions, just go ahead and type them in the chat. Um, I also have reinvestment turned on, and I also have my subscription turned on. So subscription is a new service where I was already buying terahash every single month, but this allows me to get an additional 8% on top of the purchase after 5 months of being on subscription. So coming up here on the 24th, I believe I'll be on month 2. So it'll go, I think, up to 2 or 3%, and then 4, and then 5, and then eventually 8. So that'll be another bonus for me when buying capital. I do have reinvestment turned on. So if you go to the rewards page here and click on reward settings, you'll notice that my rewards are turned on to terahash. So I'll get $4.07 tomorrow, or basically 0.19 terahash. This has been as high as 0.21 terahash, but with the decrease in BTC, it's come down quite a bit. And I've had this running as high as like 480, 485 when it was BTC was 127,000. Let me see what other questions you guys have here. Amazing, thank you. Yeah, you're very welcome. Appreciate you guys joining. Thanks so much for being on the chat. And obviously, you guys can hear me okay. Just starting up here, and if you have any other questions, just go ahead and fire them into the chat box there, please. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that's my rewards. I do check marketplace quite often, um, just to see, what's happening. One of the stabilities of this particular platform is taking a look at how many miners are for sale. This has been consistently in the 3,900 to 4,200 range every single day for the past 12 months. And that tells me that only 1% of miners are up for sale. And it tells me that the platform is extremely stable. If this number was higher than 10%, I'd be much more concerned with that many people wanting to offload their miners for whatever reason. So being at 1% is phenomenal. And again, you can find some decent deals on Marketplace, but you have to look very, very closely because most of the deals are above what I can purchase Terahash now for, being that I'm at over 100 Terahash now. Yeah, so sitting on Marketplace, one of the things I do is I want to try to purchase a greedy miner. So I've every day I'm on here a couple times a day, just looking to see if there are any cheap greedy miners. Right now, they're just astronomically priced. There's only 71 greedies available, and I always sort the greedies by highest return on investment. This is the best one that I can see right now. There's a cost of $9.13 per terahash, and it's got a efficiency of 28 watts per terahash, which is very high. So in order to bring that down, it's going to cost you significant capital to do that. If you take a look at some of the miners that are in the 35 watts per terahash, you can go to their rewards and they're basically in the negative if you take a look at them. Let me see here. If I go to lowest highest price per terahash, um, actually, if I can just go to power and put in 35 here, that'll bring up all the 35 watt terahash. So here's one um, at 35 watts. Okay, it's not showing anything. That's kind of strange. Let me go back to efficiency and try this 28 to 35. Yeah, so taking a look at, I guess, 35 watt per terahash miner now. This is a greedy miner, and you go to reward history, and you'll see that it's a negative. So these miners right now at 35 watts per terahash are um, in the red, 64 cents per day, which is pretty astronomical. Yeah, if you have any other questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. Happy to answer them. Thanks so much for joining. Um, so that's Marketplace. Um, a lot of times I will just click on Marketplace and I'll take a look at highest return on investment. And right now, this particular miner is 38% return on investment. It's $7.91. The wattage is quite high, so you're gonna have to take that down. You won't be able to add to this miner until you bring it to, if you click on it, there'll be a warning saying that you have to bring, oh, it's a whale, so maybe not. But most of the miners that are above 20 terahash watts per terahash. You need to bring it into the 20 terahash range in order to add any terahash to that particular miner. Let's take a look at the reward history just for fun. So this one's making $3.74 a day, and it's how many terahash? It's 1,295 terahash. So very, very important that you're purchasing in that 15 watts per terahash range to 20 watts. But you can see the big difference. So to buy this miner doesn't make a lot of sense to me because daily it's only bringing in $10 a day. The reward history, that's with 20% discount. So yeah, the reward history is, they have zero. This is $3.74 a day that this miner. I'm making more off of my 111 terahash per day than this person's making on 1,295 terahash. That makes sense. It's just astronomical. Thanks for joining. If you're new to the chat, go ahead and type in your location. Love to know where you're from. I'm sitting in Fort Lauderdale right now. So that's the marketplace in a nutshell. Um, One of the things I've been messing around with is locking some token. So I've been clicking on my lock, and you can see that since October the 14th, I've been locking up around 50, 40, 30, 20. Yesterday, I locked 140 Go mining token. So I'm up to 370 Go mining token that's locked. That's giving me roughly around a 30% return on investment for those locked tokens. They're locked for a 4-year period, so they're maxed out. I won't see those funds for 4 years. That's how confident I am in the marketplace right now. So if you go to my discount, it's sitting at 7.4, but that's 45 days of maintenance that's locked. So it goes towards your lock percentage. So it's giving me that 30% return on investment, plus it's giving me an additional, well, it will eventually, once I build it up, it'll give me an additional 20% of discount off of maintenance electricity, which is about half, of the total reward. So you can do the math from there. Thanks so much for joining. If you're new to the chat, just go ahead and type your location in the chat. Really appreciate you joining. Thanks so much. And if you have any questions, what is your method for upgrading current mine versus building a new one? We went through that already. Okay, great. Yeah, so that's locked token right now. That's what I'm doing. It also gives you some voting rights, of course, so you can vote on. Right now, I'm just solo mining. I'm not really involved in miner wars. But Launchpad is something that's new. You can start looking at liquidity, and something I'm going to get involved with a little bit more as well. Is Go mining liquidity is it basically lets you participate in token market making with major trading pairs. So the funds that you contribute are used for token swaps, allow you to earn fees from each transaction. You're basically acting like a bank, and this is it's basically giving you somewhere around a 50% return on investment each and every week. So um, I'm going to start looking at liquidity and putting some funds in that pool. I have a MetaMask account that I'm going to link, and this is done completely off of the Go mining platform. It's done within MetaMask, but they do have a leaderboard here, so you get an idea of how much people are investing. So Go mining rewards are pretty substantial. So for $20,000 of liquidity, um, they're getting fees of $794. And they're also getting Go mining reward of $1,100 on top of that. So it's pretty intense. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining. If you're new to the chat, go ahead and type in your location. And if you're new to Go mining, you can use my link for a free 16 terahash miner plus a 5% bonus on your first miner purchase. And if you have any questions, just type them in the chat. I'd be happy to go through them with you. Just went through liquidity and very, very powerful. Um, and quite a bit of rewards that can be earned there as well. So I always love to look at leaderboards, take a looking at some of the top farms that are out there right now. Here are the top three farms: 875,000 terahash of power, bringing in roughly $35,000 a day. Pretty outstanding. This is up from about 868,000 terahash. So they're building terahash power every single week. This is also Eskimine's also up slightly. This third place miner, he's up another 5,000, maybe even 10,000 terahash of power in the last few weeks. Yeah, so I want to get my miners to 50 terahash. Is that the max? So each miner that you purchase, you can build it to 5,000 terahash of power. The exception being, I believe, the greedy miners you can grow for 6,000 terahash of power. Um, so that's yeah. So you can grow them much higher. I just happen to my biggest miner that I have is only 50 terahash. I'm probably going to end up consolidating a few of these miners. Be nice to get it down to two or three. The more terahash you carry on your miner, the least expensive the terahash reinvestment is. Thanks for much. Sorry, thanks for much. Thanks so much for joining. If you're new to the chat, just go ahead and type in your location and where you're from. Would be great to know that. So there's a code up here in the chat. You can click on my referral link, and that'll give you a 16 terahash free miner that you can run for up to 3 weeks, plus 5% off your first miner that you purchase. It's a great deal, and you can try the website, the platform completely for free. Yeah, if you've got any other questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. Thanks, John. Appreciate all the questions so far. And how many terahash do you have, John? Um, how long have you been on the platform, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, one of the things I also love to show people is the power of the bounty program and referrals. Bounty program has been around for quite a while now. We're in cycle 117. You'll get 50 points for referral purchases, 1 point for bringing a friend, um, 2 points a day for messages in Telegram, 2 points a day for Twitter, up to, I think I believe you can get upwards of 200 points, depending on your Tweet Scout score. And then between 100 and 200 points per task per week for Reddit as well. So taking a look at my history, I am sitting at 220 points in the platform, and as far as leaderboard is concerned, I am sitting somewhere around 60 or 70th place, I think it is. 85th place now. So I've got 13 tasks done. So I'm North Ocean right here. So that'll give me 28 Go mining token so far. And that'll get awarded to me next week on Wednesday or Thursday. So the Epoch rewards, it's all free to submit and join these, and they give you up to 300,000 Go mining token amongst the 3,794 participants. It's just a great way to earn some additional coin there. Yeah, if you're welcome, if you're new to the chat, just type in your questions and let me know what your location is. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the questions so far tonight. It's been fun. Um, yeah, so that is Bounty. If you take a look at the overall leaderboard, yeah, you'll see that Zool Mining is constantly up in the top three. Same with Join the Mods; they're always up in the top three. And as far as referral purchases, again, this is a very powerful program for me. It gives you a lot of passive income. So for me, for Ambassador Rewards, I've got 17 referrals, as you can see, and my total Go Mining rewards are 246 tokens, and then my referral purchases come in at just over 2,000 Go Mining token so far since I've joined, and that's for 17 referrals. But the real powerful stat here is for ambassadors. If you're not an ambassador, you can easily join the program. There's a test that you need to take, but every day I get a percentage of uh, the maintenance and electricity that all of my referrals pay. So that's giving me like just for one. This is a member. This was probably one of my first referrals. He's up to 1,069 terahash of power, and it's $1.80 that I'm getting every single day, or basically 5 Go mining token, and I'll get that for the rest of my life, or until he sells his miner. Any other questions, guys? Can you guys hear me? Okay. All right, guys, gonna end the stream for tonight. Thanks so much for joining. Appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye bye.